Hi, my name is Sarah Ortlip-Summers, and I'm a sophomore at Stanford from the island of Martha's Vineyard. I'm a political science major with a minor in creative writing, and I hope to eventually work in public service. As someone who follows politics very closely and wants to go into politics as a career, a class on global leadership was a logical choice for me because really everyone involved in the political system is a leader. And in order to be successful in my own career, I want to have a strong understanding of what it means to be a leader and how I can be a better leader myself. I see leadership as embodying many different forms. In politics, the most prominent leaders are the representatives that we elect to make decisions about how a country or a state or a small town is governed. But while all politicians are by definition leaders, they can be vastly different, as evident in the current presidential election. Some political leaders have a tremendous power to unite people for a cause that may be compassionate or hateful. Others aren't particularly dynamic at all. But the leaders that voters find most compelling, the most inspiring, are the ones that are usually the most successful. The kinds of leadership roles I have held in my life have been also diverse, even within just one position. For instance, as editor-in-chief of my high school newspaper, it was my job as the leader to delegate assignments among the staff, to edit others' work, and to oversee the general management of the paper. But it was also part of my job to mentor the freshman writers as they develop their own voice and become more comfortable as journalists. And we might think of leaders as simply authority figures, but as editor of the paper, I have always felt that my most important role was as a mentor and as a teacher. And I see the common thread among all these different types of leadership roles as responsibility and inspiration. In Simon Sinek's TED Talk, he explains how successful leaders begin with why rather than what, and that resonated with me because I think it's impossible to be a good leader without finding some way of connecting with people and inspiring them to do something or to think something, whether that something is good or bad. I also love Dudley's TED Talk, which was very different because of the way he defined everyday leadership. And it reminded me that every single person in the world is a leader just by existing and interacting with people, because you never know how your actions and your words are going to affect people. So I'm excited for this class so that I can explore some of the leaders that inspire me. And I'm also looking forward to improving my own public speaking skills. Growing up, I was extremely shy, and I guess I still sort of am. In elementary school, my teachers were constantly commenting on how quiet I was, and I always felt a sense of inadequacy because I was afraid to expose myself. So public speaking was absolutely terrifying to me, even if it was just giving a short 2-minute presentation to my class. And my fear of public speaking never really went away, even as I became more comfortable with myself and figured out how to seem more confident when speaking than I actually am. So at my high school graduation, I had to give a speech to the thousands of people in the audience. And I've always been confident in my writing skills, so I felt really good about the content and the message of the speech, but I was really, really nervous about speaking for multiple minutes in front of such a large audience. I really wanted to be inspiring, and I think I wasn't completely terrible in the end, but I still literally had to mark spots in the speech to remind me to breathe. And so while I'm happy to say I've overcome some of my fear since that day, I still wish I were a little more comfortable with public speaking. So I'm excited to improve on that front during this class while researching and exploring what makes the leaders that inspire me so inspiring so that I can be a better leader myself.